It's the last day of the offsite. The meetings were productive, the energy was contagious, exactly what the team needed. The CEO pulls you aside to say, "Thank you, this was next level." And you smile because it felt that way to you too. You found the secret to delegating the logistics so you could focus on shaping your team's experience. You used Offsite. They handled the venues, the negotiations, the logistics, and together you created an experience that will move your business forward. Sound too good to be true? It's actually within reach, and it can even save you money. See how at leaderassistant.com/offsite.
The Leader Assistant podcast exists to encourage and challenge assistants to become confident, game-changing leader assistants.
Hey friends, welcome to the Leader Assistant podcast. It's your host, Jeremy Burrows, and I'm excited to welcome you to episode 366. You can check out the show notes for this episode at leaderassistant.com/366. So today we're going to be talking about EA Superpowers, and my special guest is Deborrah Mac Kenzie. Deborrah is in Boston, is that right?
Yes, just about like 30 miles, a little over north of Boston. Yes.
Awesome. Well, welcome to the show. Deborrah is currently executive business partner and has a great career in executive support. So we're excited to have you on the show and chat a little bit about your story and your career. And then, of course, all about EA Superpowers. So before we jump into your career, tell us what's one thing you like to do when you're not working?
So my me time is riding my mountain bike or my summit bike. And I don't have to worry about cooking, cleaning, and what have you. It's all about me.
Nice. What's for a non-bike expert, what's the difference between a mountain bike and a summit bike?
Okay, so the summit bike you can pick up with two pinky fingers. It's super light. And it only has about 3 gears. Some people have 2 gears, and you're going straight up the summit.
Gotcha.
And yeah, I can do a lot of that in Vermont. I was going to try to ride in Mount Washington, but I have not done it yet. So I
Cool.
will stay in Vermont for now.
Awesome. Love it.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. So tell us a little bit about your career. How did you end up becoming an EA?
So where do I start? My undergrad is in fashion design, and that's what I started to do first and really loved it. But it was just myself, the sewing machine, and my stereo. And I got a little bored of that probably after a year. I remembered an aunt always talking about being a secretary, and it fascinated me what she got to do and what have you. And my mother as well got to do a little bit of that too. So my aunt went to Burdett School, and I chose also to go to Burdett School, and it's located in the Boston area. I can't remember where hers was. I think it was out in the suburbs. But we were rivals with Katie Gibbs, and it just was a school for 10 months, I think it was. And we would go to school from like 8 to 5 every day. And yeah, I liked it, and I'm still in it. And I it's kind of funny as an EA, and I think we can all agree to this. I know we have many titles, but what other position in the world or business gets to have as much fun as we do? Because we can create it in any direction. And again, using your superpowers to do it. And to me, I think that's awesome.
Love it. Love it. So so that's maybe one of the parts of the job that you love? What's one of the most frustrating parts about being an assistant over your career?
I think, I guess being overlooked. Because I did strive to be the executive business partner. I did not make it. I know you introduced me that way, so I'm still striving. I'm not going to give up. And yeah, it's hard. I think it's a hard battle for any executive assistant or any admin position to grow. And that has been a struggle
Mm.
and
So,
hopefully will end.
yeah, so when you say strive for it, so was that something that you're in process of trying to get a title change essentially?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And it's not so much about the title, it really isn't. It's a goal. It's a goal that's been set and I just have to conquer it.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm there. I just still, I'll still go for it.
Yeah, totally. So tell us about where you're at currently then.
Okay, so currently I am using many superpowers, and you're probably asking, what are superpowers? So they can be work great under pressure, highly confidential, constantly challenging myself. So definitely challenge yourself. Strong follow-up skills and follow-through skills. Employee gratitude. So where I work, we use this program called Wish List, and we get to say thank you to other employees, even the senior leadership team. It's actually really nice. It even puts birthdays on there and things like that. And learning to keep positive. I know it's a hard thing to do, but keep in that moment and being known that you're trustworthy, because this allows you to be that sounding board and to, and it, in my opinion, it's always helped me to be part of the, if you want to call the CEO roundtable. So
Hmm.
where the SLT sit, yourself, and you get to speak. And you're present also at annual retreats that you put together. Ours are usually in the New England area. It's not like we have to fly to them. So that's nice. Not that I haven't done trips like that, but it just makes it a little nicer that it's locally. And I guess typical administrative work as well. And I think that's about it for my superpowers. Well, there's
Yeah.
more, but I don't want to talk about all of them.
Yeah, so when did your mindset shift throughout your career as an assistant from, hey, I'm just a task doer, or I'm just order taker, to I've got these superpowers, I'm actually a leader, I've actually got influence, and this is more of a uh, strategic partner career than just doing what people ask me to do.
Yes. So I started off as a marketing secretary, and from there I went into administrative assistant. And from there, I was the assistant to a CEO. And then at that point, I could see where I was needed and would step in. So at that point, also, we worked in a subsidiary company. And when my CEO went to the larger company, I didn't know where I was going to stand. And he said to me, I hope you're coming. So, of course.
Right.
And then he headed up the strategy department in this company. And I guess I created great branding because when the new CEO came on board, he said, who's the best EA? And I was voted. And I was super excited. And that was really the seat that I knew I had to learn and grow in.
Hmm.
And that was a good, I think I want to say 30 years ago.
Right.
So I've been supporting CEOs, CFOs, legal counsels ever since then, but primarily CEOs. I like the business part. The CFO side, I'm okay with numbers. But I'm more into the business. And I've always heard, and I'm not sure if it's true, you're either good at one or the other.
Hmm.
So you're either a business person or a number person. And I guess I'm business.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, I'm definitely not a numbers person. I like it when I like it when our goals are quantifiable and trackable,
Yes.
but I don't like when I have to be the one to do the math and figure out the numbers.
Yeah. Yep. I'm with you.
Awesome. So really it sounds like the big shift for you was when that EA to CEO position opportunity came, and then the CEO and the leadership team was very like supportive and um, affirmed
Yes.
your value.
Yes. And then by like 2006 or seven, I worked at a company where they allowed me to get my master's degree and they paid for it. So at that point, I learned a lot, like a lot of the financial end as well as the business end, how outside of the company, affects the company and the overall and what have you. And again, I leaned towards the business and as well as the marketing side. So I love being creative. As EAs, I know we have to be creative as well and problem solving and what have you. So I think that helped a lot as well. I'm not saying everybody has to get a master's degree, but I, was appreciative that the company said, "Hey, would you like to do this?" And I was on board.
Hmm.
It's, yeah, it's it's helped me tremendously.
So you did that while you were working?
Yes.
So how long did it
And it was
take?
kind of cool while I was working on, we did like 4-day work weeks, 10-hour shifts. And my
Hmm.
classes, I would do all my homework on Friday, and my classes were on the weekend, sometimes in the evening, but primarily on the weekend.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how long did that take? Do
3
you remember?
years.
3 years? Wow.
Yeah.
It's
It
a
was
busy,
tough.
I was gonna say that sounds like a busy 3 years.
Yeah. No, it was tough. I think my dog even hated me.
Well, that's awesome. So, what would you say is something that you learned on the job that you didn't, that you just, there's no way somebody could learn in the formal education MBA process?
Well, that's kind of funny. I guess there's a lot of things. One would be personalities. There's always different personalities. I know that there's this book, I forget, it's that book in graduate school helped me out because of personalities. So it's like 4 different pillars, and you put those people in those pillars, then you know how to speak to them. Because sometimes when you say something communication wise, even written, the verbal part might get lost, the written part gets lost, and or it's just a big no, we've done that, blah, blah, blah. So that book helped me to say, well, let's look at it this way, or, well, how did you see it? Like, what went wrong? Like, it helped me to ask the right questions than just say, oh, okay, it's been done, forget it.
Hmm.
So I think that was a huge step and I still use it today. Actually, I just finished a 6-month program with a company for administrative people, and I learned my new superpower that I'm a very eloquent writer.
Hmm.
I didn't realize that, but I actually hear it when I speak as well now, and I'm glad she, let me know.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, let's talk a little bit about your network or your working relationship with other assistants. Did you work on a team of assistants throughout your career? Have you been the only assistant? And then if you have been the only assistant, how did you like maybe try to network with other assistants at other companies? Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, so it's been a little bit of everything. I've been part of a team. I've been the senior EA to the administrative team 3 times. And what I usually do is I go by their strengths. Whatever they're strong in, that workload's going in that direction. Mine always seems to end with points. So I excel in SharePoint, I excel in PowerPoint. So if there's any other program out there that ends in a point, let me know. Um, but so I've always been asked by like HR, can you do this for me? Because I'm highly confidential. I'm happy to orchestrate anything for them. So I always seem to have a dotted line in that direction. And and to actually train other EAs, this is how PowerPoint works. Let's make it fun, bring in pitches, and let's like see how they change and things like that. So and even with what is it? Like calendar setting, people don't realize that it has like a calendar so that you can put the time in it so it's on the other side of the world. I've seen EAs sit there and count the hours and then
Mm.
put the time in, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like it already does that. And like being able to help them with things like that. And then saying, hey, let's put together a monthly meeting so that we can drive and train one another and see what one another knows that the other doesn't know has always helped. And yeah,
How
I
did
mean, we're
you,
there as team, so to
right,
act like one.
right. So how did you end up leading those points in your career where you were kind of overseeing the EA teams? Was it something that you know, were looking for? Like, hey, I want to do this, or did they just throw, hey, sorry, Deborah, you're in charge of these assistants now?
Yeah, so no, I wasn't looking for it, and it was tossed my way, and it was just kind of funny. I just remember going home saying, "How do I do this?" and looking at myself saying, well, these are my strengths. What are they? So I would meet with them individually to find out what their strengths are and then bring them together as a group and say, you know, how do we use one another's strengths? Do we want to be in a bullpen and people say, hey, I need help with Excel? I'll give it to you. Because if you can't support your CFO, somebody else in that group has to be able to support them if you don't have that skill set. But we're going to teach you how to, and then just keep building it from there.
Hmm.
Um, and I think the last almost 10 years, maybe, I've been the solo EA. There hasn't been any other EAs. I mean, I think companies have really buckled down on keeping a lean kind of employee organization.
Hmm.
I don't think any company wants to lay people off or what have you, so keeping it lean um, has helped,
Yeah.
get out of that problem. And I'm actually fine with it because now I get to team up with either senior leadership, management, directors, get their spin on different things that maybe I don't see it. And I believe that's helped me as well.
Hmm.
Yeah, being
Yeah,
flexible.
yeah, I could see how, if you're leading a team or you're part of a big EA team, you're spending a lot of time with them. It's takes away some of that opportunity, or it could take away some of that opportunity to learn from those executives and um, you know, pull you away from some of those maybe leadership team meetings and whatnot.
Yes. No, I agree. Yes.
Well, Deborah, what's something as we wrap up? Thanks again for being on the show. What's something that you wanted to share with, or maybe some final thoughts with assistants all over the world who are listening right now? Um, and no pressure though, because they're just doing their dishes and they're just driving to work. It's not
I
like
love it.
it's not a super pressure moment, but there are hopefully thousands of people listening right now, and there are assistants in different parts of the world. different sizes of organizations, different sizes of teams, different temperaments of executives, and everything in between. So what's something you want to share now that you've got the microphone?
I think what comes to mind when we talk about superpowers, find out what your superpowers are and really get good at them. And how do you find out what they are? You will definitely hear about them during your annual review, what you're not good at and what you're good at. And the ones you're good at, just keep getting better at them. Then next year, add more. It could even just be one, but know that you're getting better at it and really get better at it. It's helped my career. I've often been asked by CEOs, why do you do what you do? Because I'm good at it. It's like going to work and having fun. Not really. I mean,
Right.
you got to balance a lot of stuff, but I'm having fun what I do and growing. It's if you're not growing, maybe you're got to find the right EA position and what have you, but it truly is. It's been a really nice career for myself, and really find your superpowers and make them as strong as possible.
Hmm.
It truly has helped me.
Love it. Well, thank you, Deborah, for sharing. And for those that want to connect with Deborah, I've got the show notes at leaderassistant.com/366. And we'll link to your LinkedIn page so people can connect and say hi. Just really appreciate you taking time out of your day. And thank you for your support work over the years and in the career, the administrative professional career. And hopefully we'll get to connect in Boston sometime.
Yes, I would love that. And I think we can all say thank you for your great book as well. If you look, as I show you here, I have many tabs, so
Nice,
they've
nice.
helped me. I like keep it simple when you do a task, the action and what have you. So that's helped me. It's
Awesome.
those simple things, like sometimes we overthink.
Yeah. Well, that's great. Thanks for the kind words and for reading the book and marking it up and putting all the post-it notes in the tabs. So, but yeah, thanks again. Best of luck to you, and thank you everyone for listening. Again, leaderassistant.com/366 to check out the show notes, and we'll talk to you next time.
Great. Thank you. Have a great day.
Please review on Apple Podcasts. GoBulls.com.
The Leader Assistant Academy is an AI-powered, on-demand professional development resource. It's for growth-minded executive assistants and administrative professionals just like you. When you enroll in the Academy, you get access to the Leader Assistant course plus streaming access to the audiobook. The course includes video lessons for each chapter of the Leader Assistant book, as well as the entirety of the Leader Assistant workbook study and discussion guide. Additionally, you get access to my exclusive Academy newsletter where I share thoughts on the state of the administrative profession, behind the scenes of my business, and sneak peeks at upcoming projects. Your enrollment also includes a one-on-one 25-minute coaching session with yours truly. But my favorite part of the Academy is the AI agent, which I've named ACE. ACE is the only AI agent on Earth trained on the Leader Assistant book, workbook, course, and Academy newsletter. So if you need guidance at 2 a.m. on a Thursday because you have a big meeting coming up with your executive and you want to ask for help, you can log on to the Academy, interact with ACE, and this AI agent will help you along your journey, guiding you to specific resources that are actually helpful in that moment. To find out more and enroll in the Leader Assistant Academy, visit leaderassistant.com/academy.